What up, though? Episode 167 of the iHeart Miko podcast. Today is June 25th, 2019. I am Miko Grimes. To my left is Baby Daddy. Don't adjust your cameras. I just got out of boot camp and my edges might not be laid down. Might have some salt. Some fat salty funeral. Face. Fat Funeral 2019 is popping. Worked out at 7 a.m. this morning, so I'm a little sweaty and stank, but I'm here. I'm here. I'm officially 44 years old.
Happy birthday, bitch!
You are.
44 Savage.
How does it feel?
It feels like 43.
I was going to say, feels the same, right?
Feels like 42, feels like 41, feels like 40.
Yeah.
I feel the same, but I'm happy that I made it to 44. A lot of people didn't make it to 44.
A lot of people.
So, I'm hype. I got 2 new tattoos for my birthday.
They're both cool, too.
Sweet. I got a Nipsey.
You can show one.
I got a Nipsey tribute for those of you that could see that. Boom. The marathon continues.
And I'm going to mention it. I sat and watched you get the tattoo, and you didn't flinch at all at any part. And meanwhile, one of these tattoos is on your spine. So I don't know how you do that.
Real niggas don't flinch. Tax Stone said, never shake, never shiver. I don't flinch. I have a high tolerance for pain, I think, in that, especially for tattoos.
Not really.
Oh, God. That probably came out so bad. What you trying to say all the time? What? I got my boobs done. That didn't affect me too much. What else? Birth? Giving birth? Fuck out of here, Brent. That was hard. What have you seen me not have a high tolerance for pain for? What?
Any little thing that, like a nick or something, you freak out a little bit.
That's girly stuff, though.
Okay.
Real niggas shit. I'm
when you
solid.
get somebody stab you repeatedly with a needle, it's just cool. You talk about you was about to fall asleep.
Yeah, the needle was like
me.
It was like relaxing, like the vibration.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's insane.
Well, it was dope.
Insane.
Shout out Kat Tat, one of my favorite tattoo artists. I finally got in her chair.
Yeah, she was cool.
And got inked. She gave me a sweet 1-of-1 Wonder Woman, like you said, on my spine.
Right, literally on your spine.
It's pretty fucking dope. I'm hyped. She had her 1-year anniversary party too, and she invited me. That was pretty dope.
Yeah.
Shout out all the women. The future is female. Okay, we're doing big things as women.
Okay.
Yes, he's over there like, yeah, whatever, bitch. Whatever y'all say,
cool.
The future is female. Fuck out of here. But I wanted to shout out my friends because I really wasn't. I was intentionally trying not to celebrate my birthday, and they was just like, nah, we going out.
Yeah, they got you together. I couldn't believe it as you're leading up to your birthday. I'm like, yo, so what you got going on? Usually, like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. Then we're gonna come here and do that, and then I'm gonna get on a plane and do this. And I'm like, well, no, I'm not doing nothing. I'm like, what's going on?
I was tired.
But
I had a lot going on last week.
It looked like you had fun, and I was happy for you because
yes, I gotta say,
it seemed like you needed that.
I did, and thank you for letting my titties be out all night. Thank you. I wasn't sure. The titties was out.
Out.
The Alexander Queen, man, the dress was
fire. The titties
Thank
was
you
out for sure.
I was gonna wear it whether you said yes or not, just so you know.
Figured as much.
It's a birthday dress. But I was a little annoyed because every year I'm here for my birthday in LA, and I get so irritated because it's always the weekend of the BET Awards. Yes. And it's just like, damn, like every single table is like two or three times as much. They try to overcharge for everything just because all these celebrities are in town.
They're going to overcharge automatically because it's LA, and then on top of that.
No, but normally there's a normal price for LA, and then when the BET Awards come around, it's 3 times as much.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
And I was just so irritated. I was just like, damn, can a bitch just get her birthday off? I don't care that.
I don't give a damn about that.
Right. No fucks was given about my birthday, but we still had fun. 2 Chainz was next to my table, so I got to meet him. Yeah, I got to meet him and took pictures with him. He tried to match one with the weed. I was like, we good.
We got our own shit.
I don't really like, you know what? I don't really like smoking with people no more that I don't know ever since Coachella happened. You know, that herpes
I was going to say, is it because of herpes? That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I just don't want to.
Herpes is scary.
I don't want to hit people's weed.
And you know what? Let me hit that. Really?
I just don't want to hit your weed.
Yeah.
It's no shade at all.
No, herpes is scary.
'Cause 2 Chainz probably got some fire ass weed, but I bet all his homeboys was hitting this joint.
And
I
the
don't
ratio says that one of his homeboys probably has herpes.
Yeah.
Somebody in that section got herpes.
Some
You know,
bad
that's just the ratio.
Yeah.
You know, no diss, no shade to anybody. But
yeah. But
that's what it is.
I'm just happy my birthday's over now because I feel like I have officially fallen into that washed area of life where you're over clubs. Like
Okay.
I'm just over them. Like I've been to so many clubs in the United States and other countries around the world. And I just feel like there's nothing else that I could see in a club that I need to see again.
I would say, so was I always washed? Because I never cared for the club at any point in my life.
Well, you're just boring, that's all.
I'm boring, you're boring, everybody's boring.
I never thought it was
You
fun.
should have had a phase of your life where, well, you know what, maybe it's different for guys. I don't know, because me, back in the day when I used to go to the club, I went strictly to turn up, like to party, dancing all night long, sweating. Like I didn't care about my outfit. Like I was wearing stuff that was comfortable because I knew I was about to get in a dance battle with somebody. You know, like you never really danced. You never really like got into that kind of stuff. So
Yeah, it's pretty boring standing there looking at people all night.
But you're supposed to dance, dumbass.
No one dances in a club,
Yeah, they used to.
but no one dances now.
Now, yeah, sometimes.
So whenever I've been going to the clubs, people just standing around looking at one another.
Yeah,
And that
that's
doesn't
what it
seem
is
like
now.
fun to me.
That's
I don't
really
know.
what it is now, unless it's somebody's birthday. Like if it's one of my friends' birthdays or we're celebrating something, then I'm down to, go out and turn up. But other than that, like just, hey, let's go to the club, I'm off it.
Yeah, it's just never
I'm
seemed
completely
fun.
off it. I'm washed. I'm cool with strip clubs because I still see something new every time I go to a strip club. Strippers still entertain me. There's always a new bitch with a new trick that I want to see. And, and I like naked women. It's kind of cool. So I'll still do strip clubs, house parties, pool party. That's how you get me. Water.
Yeah.
Throw
You
some
like pool
water.
parties.
Throw some water in the mix.
It's got to be hot water though. It got to have a hot tub.
Unless it's hot outside, then that's different too. I could do that.
You still would like a hot tub.
Yeah.
Let's just keep it real right now.
Yeah. I do like a hot tub. I also met some PSG players that I don't even remember who they was because I was so faded. But my friends introduced me to him because I'm a PSG fan. I was like, hey. And then I was back at my table.
PSG going through a little something right now.
You know what, Brent? You didn't even have to bring that up.
They going through something. That's all. I ain't going to go into the deep, but they're going through some things right now.
We're going through some things, but who's not going through some things
Who is that?
is our U.S. women's national team.
Oh, they're not at all.
At all. So give me the update. I haven't been paying attention to the recent news. So what's going on with our ladies?
So they won their last game 2-1. They played Spain. They're moving on to the quarterfinals. 2-1, but the game didn't go as expected.
What do you mean?
They won, and they're it just saying like if you want to critique a game, they controlled the game, but they won on 2 PKs. They were supposed to. This is a team they were supposed to beat.
Yeah.
And they showed some things that who the team they play next is France, and France can use against them.
Like
Not
what?
saying they'll beat them or whatever.
Like what?
They were aggressive and really physical with them, choppied the game up a bit, even though it was clear that USA is better.
They just didn't play good.
It just wasn't like, when you coming off a 13-0 game, a 3-0 game, it just didn't look that way.
Okay.
But it was some things they did but at the end of the day,
they got the
dub. And the girl that got the 2 goals was Megan Rapinoe, and she's kind of a lightning striking in the media because of her, which will strike a chord with you.
Yes.
Her national anthem stance. And I'm all for it. She's kneeling because she says she can't say
Relate.
she has relate or have a relative or a family member, whatever, that been through the police brutality or things like that. But this is her way of peacefully protesting. And I don't understand why anybody has something against that.
Yeah, because you know what? I think this is one thing that I saw on social media, and there was this thing, and it was like, if you are a non-black person and you know that there's injustices and things that are going on and you simply do nothing, that's cool, but you're not really helping the movement being quiet is almost like saying you're cool with whatever's going on, or maybe you just don't care to get involved, and that's cool. But we need more people to actually stand up, to say things and understand and get the message out, because there's not a lot of I would say there's not going to be a lot of soccer players that are going to do what she's doing. So I appreciate her just making her teammates aware, because I'm sure they have questions like, yo, why are you kneeling? Like, what's going on? And then maybe she can educate them. Maybe they could do some research and understand. And that's kind of how you get the ball rolling, of people understanding that there's a problem here.
Right.
And I'm not going to get too deep into the issues, because I know we're going to talk about sports and all that kind of shit. But I see what's happening with the immigrants, that are the Spanish and Mexican immigrants that are coming across here. I feel like some of the things that are happening to them are some of the things that happened to us in slavery. And people are saying, well, it's against the law to come over here and be here illegally. Well, it also used to be against the law to be black and sit in a restaurant by white people. You know, so just because something is illegal today doesn't make it right. You know, and if you want to keep it all the way a buck, right now where we are, this is Mexico's land. Shout out Network Studios, by the way. We on Mexican land over here, Mike. But you know what I mean? This is that country's land. We stole it. No one is illegal in this country, if you ask me. We should just find a way to make it work, because this entire country is stolen. Period. Yeah. So shout out Rapinoe for continuing to just be one of us, to help out. She got no clue what's going on. She doesn't get affected, but she knows it's wrong.
Yeah, that's what she's saying.
That's dope to me. What else was dope was the B.E.T. Awards happened this weekend. And I remember telling you before, the only award show that I ever wanted to go to, and I drag you to damn near every year, is the ESPYs. And now I've changed my mind. Now I want to go to the B.E.T. Awards one time. Just one time.
What's changed your mind?
Because I just have so much fun when I'm watching. Like, I'm up, I'm dancing, I'm partying. It's just all the music that I like. You know, there's not one single artist that I skip. Like, when I watch like the MTV Awards, I skip a lot. No shade. When I watch the American Music Awards, definitely skips. Grammys, skips. Like, there's times where I take commercial breaks and might make food and everything. But the BET Awards, I pause it. I want to see everything.
Yeah, you were involved. You were very involved, especially when Lil' Kim came on the stage.
Yes.
And curse Instagram for messing up my video I had.
Oh, God,
I did a cool video and the shit just froze, but Miko turned up when Lil' Kim came on the stage. It was crazy.
Yes, Lil' Kim is still, I don't care that she looks like a Muppet. I don't care. I don't know why she wants to do this to herself. She was such a bad bitch. But you know what? I still love her.
Plastic surgery's addicting.
I still love her. I don't get it, but she's still my bitch. Mary J. Blige, shut the fucking shit down.
She did her thing.
The queen of hip hop soul is still reigning. Remember I was telling you, I was like, she used to have this one move where she dropped down on her knee and was doing this one dance, and I was like, man, I don't know if she could do it.
There's no way she getting all the way to the knee.
She got halfway there.
She got halfway to the knee, but at the next song, she had to skip a few bars.
She was gassed. She was gassed as shit.
She was
definitely gassed. But
respect, though.
She did. I was so happy that no one else did the tribute. I get annoyed sometimes when other people do the tribute if they don't sound like the person.
I felt your wrath on that before.
Because I was like, remember when she was doing her little speech? I was like, please don't let anybody else do the tribute. And then when she came back out, I was like, yes, she did her thing.
Yeah, she did. It was cool. Mary J got a lot of classic, a lot of dope songs that are timeless for real. We played it coming over here
all the way here in the
songs
traffic.
Just hit.
Yeah, and it just takes you through so many emotions and so many moods. Cardi B and Offset opened the awards with a great performance. Mike was just talking about her outfit. He's like, why does she dress like that? And I'm like, she's an ex-stripper. Like, strippers are dramatic.
That is true.
They're very dramatic. Everything is exaggerated. Like, from their movements to their outfits to their nails to their makeup to their hair.
She's not going to get a whole lot of money and just become subdued.
And then her performances are becoming.
It's not going to happen.
Her performances are getting better and better. Yeah. Offset even had choreography and he was dancing. You know, he used to be one of them old pop locking contortionist ass niggas back in the day, and it was good to see him like doing an actual performance instead of just standing around doing this like rappers do. Do anything for clout. Like, I just get so tired of that.
With rapper, like, I don't really care to go to rap concerts because it's not like
a performance.
It's not a performance. It's usually like some rappers have actual live instruments and things like that, but most of them don't.
Yeah.
So you're just really going
listening to the music.
Listening to this dude walk around the stage. It's not really that dope to me.
Yeah. Shout out B.E.T for having the carpet blue for Nipsey.
Yeah, that's
the marathon continues. He got it was a tribute to him. I didn't really like the tribute, I ain't gonna lie.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. And his family accepted the humanitarian award in his honor. Cool. Which still tore me up. I just don't understand how these people are just so okay with how he died. Like, I'd want to kill somebody. And they just keep saying like it was his time. And I'm just like, no, I'm tired of our leaders dying like that. Murder. Why can't they just die peacefully in their sleep for a change?
I mean,
it's just like, Jesus, I'm not over it, y'all. I'm not over it. But that was dope of them to have the carpet blue. Lil Nas X.
Yeah, that was cool.
Had a pretty cool performance with Billy Ray. I found out Billy Ray Cyrus went to Howard University.
I thought that was a joke.
I don't know if it's a joke.
That can't be real.
If
no
did,
way Billy Ray Cyrus went to Howard.
If he went to Howard, he came for the pussy.
He had to.
Sure. For sure. He came for the pussy if he did.
There's no way he went to Howard.
I don't know. They kept saying it.
They said it multiple times.
So I don't know.
It was.
We about to do some research.
It was jokes all. Like the whole thing was
a lot
of
jokes. DC jokes. That's because.
So that's why I'm like, no, there's no fucking way he went to Howard University.
Speaking of the jokes, Regina Hall, she did a good job.
Yeah.
She cracked me up when she didn't win the Best Actress Award. Regina King won and she spazzed. Yeah. That's how bitches really be.
It was fun. I'm not a big award show watcher or anything like that, but that was cool. It was entertaining. I would say that.
Yeah, it was really good. The Exonerated Five got a standing ovation. Yeah. They introduced her. Shout out to you. I came down the steps the other day and you were showing Aiden When They See Us.
Oh, yeah.
I was shocked.
What a parent I am.
You were black. You were black all of a sudden.
What a parent I am.
Yeah. How did you get around that rape thing? Did he ask you what rape is?
He really didn't.
He didn't ask? That's why I was afraid to show him, because I thought he was going to ask what rape was.
He didn't ask. I just put it on because I felt like I needed to let him know when I said, you shouldn't get into anything like this, but if you do, say talk to my lawyer. That's it. That don't get tied up with anything. So I just wanted to let him see how they could trip you up, and that's why I got to getting them watching it.
Okay. Tyler Perry got the Ultimate Icon Award, and he spoke about not getting his seat at the Oscars table, and so he made his own table. He talked about the land that he bought. Tyler Perry Studios used to be a Confederate Army base or something like that.
Is it in Georgia?
Yes, in Georgia. And he bought it. And he had some dope bars about it being, a place where they used to, try to hurt and enslave black people, and now it's owned by a black person. That's dope. He talked about how he was the first person hiring Taraji, Viola Davis, and Idris Elba, and when Hollywood wasn't fucking with them, and now look at him. Yeah. So he's just basically just building our people up. Yeah. One brick at a time. So you have to respect him. Favorite performance of the entire night was Lizzo. Big girl.
Oh yeah, I forgot her name, but yeah, she's
Lizzo,
talented.
My
and
goodness.
She's a personality.
She loves herself wholeheartedly. Like I love people like that. You know what I'm saying? Like she doesn't care what you think about her. She loves herself, and she's also very talented. Very. She's sexy. She's erotic. She's like a performer. She pulled out the flute, my nigga. Like,
no, that's what I'm saying. You showed me a lot of things. She could sing.
I showed you her
personality.
Instagram.
She puts on a performance. She could play instruments. So she's talented, So that's cool to see, because a lot of the industry now, you find out that the people that you follow or listen to are talented, but not for real. Like, older music, it was really talented people doing.
You had to be talented.
Now
back
it's
then.
like image more than talent, and she seems to be talented.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to Jacquees's nomination for an award, but it just didn't happen. There's no reason the king. Are you all
right? Are you good?
The king should have been nominated for something. The body is just
I can see it. It's written all over your face. I was just like,
wait a minute, he not even performing?
That's your guy.
No announcement of nominations, no performance. I'm gonna have to give him a B+ this year because they just you can't.
They would have been an A, but they would have been an A+, but they ain't had
It might have
Jacquees.
been an A if they had Jacquees, but
Damn.
no Jacquees. But shout out to BET Awards, y'all did y'all thing. I also noticed that there's a lot of new shows coming on BET. Like they're stepping it up. It seems like it's actually a black station now. Like they're actually.
So are you saying that the TV is going to be permanently glued on BET?
Well, I'm
going
to check out. I'm not saying that the show is going to be great, but like I told you, I always try to support my people. And so I'm going to definitely check out some of the shows and see what's going on the channel because things seem to be moving in a different direction right now.
Yeah, I've been seeing you watch a few different shows.
Yeah. Okay, BET. Y'all got me back. I'm back. All right, don't lose me again. Moving on, I don't want to talk about these NBA free agency moves. I don't like it. Kawhi
to LA.
Kawhi went to see the Clippers. I don't want to talk
That's
about
not
it.
sitting well with you either. This is two back-to-back things that's bringing your mood down. We need to get you back up.
Kyrie had a meeting with fucking Durant about going to the Nets.
Yeah. See, shit just ain't clicking with you right now. This
I'm
is a bad
stressed.
topic right now.
I'm not going to talk about it. We're going to move on.
All right, there we go.
We're not talking about free agency moves until things happen. I don't want to speculate. I don't want to get angry. I will talk about the NBA awards, the yawn that is the NBA awards. I do not understand why we have to wait till June, mid-June, damn near late June to figure out who won these awards.
It's called money.
It's so annoying, though.
Make some money.
It's so annoying.
People
but
tuned in to watch them say who won the award, and they got some money for it. So that's why they're going to do it.
And they got some money for it.
Yes.
Goodness, it's so annoying. But we're gonna talk about it. First, let's just talk about the MVP. We all knew the Greek Freak was gonna win, and he was so emotional.
Right.
It was so cute, right? They showed this video of him like literally 6 years ago. He was like a little kid, and he was just praying to get in the NBA. He was 13 years old. Now he's the MVP 6 years later.
Right.
Isn't
That is
that
crazy.
dope?
Yeah.
And he's man. There's a lot of people that were very happy for him. That the voting was easily like 73 to 20, something like that. And everybody kind of felt like, yeah, he should have won the MVP, except the Houston Rockets on Instagram. They felt away. And let me tell you what they said.
What?
They said, congrats to the new MVP, but we respectfully disagree. They said Harden finished top 2 in MVP voting 4 out of 5 the last 5 seasons. First player in NBA history to average at least 35 points a game, 7 assists in a single season. He scored 40 or more points 28 times this season, 50 or more 9 times, and 60 or more twice.
Okay.
They feel like that says MVP more than the best record in the league. The number one, not even
So
just
that
the
says
East and West.
MVP more than you being on the team with the best record in
Yes.
the whole league, and you're the best player on that team,
Yes.
and you're the straw that stirs that whole entire drink.
Yeah. But
They're tripping.
They said that, yeah. I mean,
They're tripping.
they respectfully disagree. you know?
Respect to Harden, he's dope. He's in the argument, but this year was Greek Freak's MVP, like straight up.
Just like last year was Harden's.
Yeah,
it's just what it is.
It's just what it is.
You
man.
know, you got it. He got it for the same reason Harden got it last year. If you think about it.
Yeah, he won the Rockets. Was the Rockets the 1 seed last year? See?
Yeah.
So you know the formula.
Yeah.
Get the 1 seed, bruh, and relax.
Get the 1 seed and relax.
Yeah, you
'cause-
did all that with the 1 seed. You can't be fighting like that. They were terrible for a stretch. And then he went ham, respect.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah, this was the first year LeBron wasn't mentioned at all. He wasn't
he
even
couldn't get it this year.
in the world, but it's cool. Rudy Gobert, Defensive Player of the Year, back to back.
I mean, yeah, he's tall.
Respectfully.
He block shots.
Yeah. Sixth Man of the Year, Lou Will.
Dope.
Dope.
One of my favorite players in the league.
One of the funniest things I read on social media, it said, Lou Will of House Clippers, first of his name, getter of buckets,
Yeah.
underground goat.
Yeah.
So should we name this award the Lou Will Award? He won 3 times.
Yeah.
I remember I asked you one time, Lou Will or Jamal Crawford. You picked Crawford. You sticking with that now?
Man, I don't know.
You don't know.
Lou Will is one of my favorite players in the league. Like obviously not my favorite, but I like watching him play
Yeah,
a lot.
great player. Milwaukee Bucks, Budenholzer. That's how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
Budenholzer, Coach of the Year, respectfully.
Yeah, he got it. They went Hawks, like I said though.
Man, I still feel like, even though I hate Nick Nurse, he could have been, just the defensive strategy alone. Whoever is responsible for how Toronto was playing defense this year.
Yeah, nah, Budenholzer, I guess I'm saying it right. He deserved that. They were the 1 seed out of nowhere. But they did what I thought they would. As soon as I started believing in the Bucks, they get smacked by
I told you.
I wasn't believing. You heard it the whole time. Like, no, I'm not.
You was on it. You was on it.
I didn't believe it. And then as soon as I said, all right, they look like they straight.
Most improved player. Most improved Pascal Siakam.
Deserved.
The Kings disagreed again as well.
Who they thought?
They wanted De'Aaron Fox. They wanted him to win it.
I can see that.
It is what it is. Rookie of the year, Luka.
Yeah, deserved.
Respectfully.
Who was he battling against?
I think it was Trae Young and DeAndre Ayton, Phoenix Suns.
Yeah, he deserved
that's how you pronounce his name. Yeah, the awards are boring. Sorry, y'all. They're boring to me. But the funny part was the Lifetime Achievement Award when Magic and Bird got it together. Their speeches were so lame.
Yeah, I thought they would do it.
Yawn.
It would be funnier or cooler. And it would, I guess it was, but it just wasn't.
I asked you Larry Bird or Magic Johnson, and you picked Larry Bird.
Yeah, I'm picking Larry Bird.
I picked Magic.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's just because I was always a Laker fan.
I feel like you grew up in LA. You have to, even if you think otherwise. You have to.
I told you I've always loved Bird. My family used to damn near try to swing on me anytime I even said something cool about him back in the 80s.
See, this is what I'm saying. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I didn't really see them like how you possibly saw them play.
You just called me washed, but it's cool. It's cool.
I saw highlights. I saw some games, and what I saw them were in their later years or whatever. Mm-hmm. But from what I saw, like I'm leaning towards the dude that could get buckets, like just could shoot like crazy.
Mm-hmm. There was a whole bunch of other awards that I don't really feel like talking about, but I will tell you that Derrick Rose got the award for what was that, Moment of the Year, when he had that 50-point game.
Oh yeah, that was dope.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah,
respect that, because I didn't think he had that in him still. What do you think happens next year now that he's shown that,
I think he got hurt again.
Oh, fuck my life. Yep. See, that's why I can't get on board.
But I don't think his legs, though. I think he hurt something. I don't think it's his legs. So, it'd be all right. He got a jumper now, so he's straight.
Yeah. Now that he's found that, because he definitely didn't have that.
Because he still could get to the rack.
But that's what you always need as you become washed, as you slowly become washed. Your jumper is so important. You can't be as athletic. He can
still get to the rack. Obviously, he ain't two-hand cockback dunking on people anymore like he used to, but he still could get to the rack, and now he got a jumper. So
yeah, I
feel like he still got a role in the league, and I'll always watch. He'll always be one of my favorite players.
Cool. There's this is the downtime of the year where it's like nothing's going on, but thankfully the Drew League is popping and the Big Three is popping. We won't get into the Big Three, but we'll talk a little Drew League. Just one specific player, Melo, is playing.
Melo?
Ball.
Oh, I'm okay.
Melo Ball is playing.
All right.
He's been balling. He's been doing his thing.
His
brothers are there. His father's there.
How tall is he now?
I don't know if he's grown.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, but a lot of people have been asking me to speak on. Did you see what happened with Jalen Rose's wife, Molly Querim Rose? Mm-mm. So they always have LeVar on TV for some reason. They know he's going to say outrageous, crazy shit, and they had a nerve to get mad. So Molly Querim, they were talking about something with his son being traded, and then she said, "I want to switch gears with you for a second," and he responded, "You can switch gears with me any day." And she took that as him saying like something sexual.
Oh, okay.
Did you take it that way when I said it?
No. I mean, maybe because I'm not thinking like that, but no, not at all.
And that's what he said. He said her mind is in the gutter. He was like, why would you even think that I was saying that sexual? And I think it's because of his facial reactions, but he's just an asshole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand why they keep having him on TV knowing that they're using him for shock value. Like that's what you have him on for.
Yeah.
And then you get mad if he shocks you in some way that you weren't ready for. But I personally didn't think he was talking about anything sexual. She took it a certain way. She made a comment about contacting HR on the air and everything. Yes. And I was just
For
like,
saying you could switch gears?
he was like, you could switch gears with me any day. That's how he said it. And then she got,
I guess because of the
on,
mannerisms,
though, like,
maybe. I don't know.
you had to have been thinking that yourself. Like, because he definitely, I didn't think anything of it at all when I saw it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wait, because I'm getting all these messages. People are like, you gotta talk about LeVar, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, what am I supposed to be looking at? What happened? And they was like, she's saying that that's sexual, and I was like, what?
Yeah, she tripping.
Just leave LeVar alone. If you guys don't want his bullshit, leave him
It's
alone.
ratings. It
But
comes
they
back
want
to,
him.
I said this earlier, it comes to money.
And they said they're not. They said
what
they're
it's
not
gonna
gonna.
do.
They have no intentions of having him on again, which means until they need him again.
Until they want some more money.
Until they want some more fucking money.
Here we go.
Yes. The big three
Okay.
this weekend
Was
popped
good.
off. I didn't go. My apologies. The week got ahead of me, and then by the time I was trying to book flights, it was going to take me through too much to get there, and I wasn't prepared to do the layovers and hopping all the way to the East Coast just to come back to the West Coast.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It wasn't working. I didn't go, so I gave away my tickets, but I did watch, and it was very entertaining. And before we get into the games, I will want you guys to know that I will have Josh Powell of the Killer Threes on today. We'll talk to him a little bit about his experience with the Big Three. This is his second year. But Saturday, there were 3 games. The Three-Headed Monster beat Trilogy thanks to 22 points and 23 rebounds by Reggie Evans.
Yeah, I watched that game and I was like, it was the sloppiest 22 points to 23 rebounds, but that's his game.
That's his game. Nasty.
And it's just like he got the game winner. Like, you know, it was just like at the end of the game, they said his numbers. I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Balling. Three's Company, they lost the championship last year to Power, so they had a rematch opening day. Corey Maggette wasn't there. Didn't matter because Coutinho Mobley was there, balling.
Yeah.
He had 28.
Yeah.
Bivouac beat a Gilbert Arenas less enemies team.
Yeah.
Scrappy game. Sunday, the Triplets beat the Aliens behind ISO Joe having 27, 16, and 4.
See, I'm going to go out and say I think he's going to be a real problem in this league. I was saying it the whole time, and I feel like they might make it to them just because of him.
I have the opposite reaction. I think he's going to need help, personally. I think he's not going to be able to do it. All you got to do, now that you know that they rely on Joe Johnson so much, all you got to do is just make sure he don't get the ball. Make somebody else score.
It's 3-on-3.
No, you got to trap him. If you got to double him, especially if there's possible ways for you to double him, get him before he gets to the paint. Because Gennaro Pargo,
I was going to say Pargo's supposed to be able to shoot.
He wasn't.
Could dribble.
He
could drive.
didn't.
Maybe had off night. It's
he
the
was
first
getting
game of the
crossed.
season.
Tween. Did you see him get crossed?
People can get crossed.
Shit was happening. They need more help. They
Yeah.
need more help. Joe's not going to be able to do it like that every single game. It's just not going to happen. There's going to be strategies
You're
put
right.
in place, so they might want to.
You're right. I just think he's a problem.
He's
He's
definitely
big,
a
he can
problem.
shoot.
Joe is a problem. Always been a problem keeping it above.
And a 3-on-3, he don't got to run.
And it's hard to double and help off of that.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
big guard. Yeah. Tri-State blew a late lead and lost to the Killer Threes.
Yeah, that was a crazy game.
They didn't even have Stack Jack.
Yeah, that was a crazy game.
Crazy game. Stack Jack is talking about coming back. We're going to ask Josh about that. Stack Jack tore slight tear in his patellar tendon, and now he talking about, fuck it, just leave it all out there.
When you told me that, I'm like, did he not just watch the finals?
Man.
Did he not just watch Kevin Durant?
Niggas love basketball.
I mean, but a partial tear mean I got to chill for a bit. It's going to heal. A full tear means you got to get your knee opened up.
Well, he's not a full tear, obviously.
I'm saying if you play on a partial tear, it turns to a full tear. That means your skin will be fully ripped open for them to fix your knee up.
Yeah. Dante Green hit a game winner over Amari Stoudemire. That was a really, really fun game. The Ball Hogs, I'm going to call them the Broken.
The Broken.
They've had multiple injuries, and a player from FIBA was not able to play. What's his name? Dusan Bulut.
Okay.
FIBA's not allowing him to play in the Big Three. He might forfeit his Olympic opportunities. So they're broken up. They went and got a bunch of players digging through the barrel. They went and got Marcus Williams, who fits great in this league since he can't put the weed down. Mm-hmm. That's a good fit for him. But they got their ass whooped by the Ghost Ballers. I wanted to get into a little bit of disappointments for the league this week. And the disappointments aren't awful or anything outside of the commentary and some of the interviewing skills of some of these people and the production, not having packages ready for certain players. And, the big three got to step it up because I'm ready for this league to flourish. But no Baron Davis, no Gilbert Arenas, no Steven Jackson, no Corey Maggette.
Yeah.
I mean,
the Gilbert Arenas one, I was really looking forward to seeing that.
I'm so salty.
I ain't gonna lie, I was looking forward to seeing that because I knew he was gonna shoot some ignorant shots.
And I ain't even gonna lie, that's part of the reason I didn't even go to Detroit. When he told me he wasn't playing, I was like, you know what? Fuck you.
I did want to see how he gonna play because he was back when he played in the NBA, he was really fun to watch.
And he's a shit talker.
He's a shit talker. You know what I mean? So I wanted to see him do his thing out there. So that I did. I was disappointed when you said he wasn't going to play.
Some of the highs, we got to see our first fight.
Yeah.
Josh Smith and Royce White tangled it up a little bit.
Saw that.
I asked Josh Smith to give me a quote on what happened. He didn't tell me. I knew that there was going to be drama because the day before they had Rick Mahorn, who's the coach of Enemies. This is Gilbert's team. Mm-hmm. He said Josh Smith can't wipe his ass with his right hand. So I was just like, this is gonna be interesting. So I know it was a bunch of shit talking happening. I want to know how, like, what was said. Like, I need the tea, Josh. Shit, what's up? I'm trying to have Josh on the podcast too.
I
sometime
wonder
this
how
summer.
people be getting taken off their little square when shit talking, bro. You know it's gonna happen.
Yeah, Larry Sanders proposed to his girl on the court.
I saw that.
And I don't know if this is good or bad, but they asked him what was the first thing he was going to do, and he said get marriage counseling.
I was going to say that. I saw this, and I'm like, bro. And then
that could be a good thing, though.
No, it can be, but like they panned to her, and she was like all happy. And then I'm like, I know her friends are probably about to call her and be like, your man just said y'all need counseling right after.
But like, it's like a good thing in a way because it's like he knows that marriages need help. Yeah, but then it could be a bad thing because it's like, damn, you already going into it like, damn, we
that's
ain't
what
right.
I'm saying.
We ain't right. But I want to call Josh Powell real quick, get him on for a quick interview. We're going to talk to him about his second season. He's the ultimate journeyman, been doing this for a long time in the league, and we're going to get his opinion on everything. Favorite game of the Big Three weekend was definitely Killer Threes versus Tri-State, and we have Josh Powell joining us from the Killer Threes. What's up?
Hey, what's happening?
I ain't seen your face in forever.
I know, right?
How you been?
We're gonna talk about the last time. No.
What? Oh no, we don't need
since
to.
Since I caught up with you.
When was it? 7-8 years ago?
I don't remember. It was a long time ago.
In Atlanta?
I just been paying attention from a distance.
Who's yelling?
No, that's the police.
Oh my God. Stay clear. But thank you for joining me. I wanted to talk to you about the opening weekend of the Big Three. How'd it feel to be back out there? This is your second year.
It's my second year. It was great. First of all, for us, just starting off on a good note, we're missing one of our key players. Steven Jackson's been out with a knee injury. And just being able to, get a huge win. And it was just exciting to play in front of the crowd again and be back out there competing.
Yes. You haven't met my husband. This is Brent Grimes, my husband. This is Josh.
What up, bro?
What's up, big dog? How you doing, King?
Chilling. How about you?
Man, I'm blessed, brother. I can't complain.
At all. So Josh, you are the ultimate journeyman. You done been everywhere. Every team.
Everywhere.
Every country, every league. You even have 2 championships.
Yes, ma'am.
With the Lakers.
Yes, ma'am.
Champ.
Yes, ma'am.
Champ. The champ is here.
The champ.
What is it about the Big Three? Like you've been playing 9 years as a pro, right? What is it about the Big Three that's making you want to play half-court basketball after playing 9 years and 2 championships already?
I just think it's really that it's a fun, exciting league and just the competitive nature of it because, the types of players that are there. And just being back with the guys again, it's just a different brand. Obviously the 3-on-3 is a lot different because you don't have the extra 2 bodies. So, you got to be able to defend or you'll be exposed.
Exposures are happening.
Right. And then you got to be able to showcase, your offensive side. So, you know, a lot of guys in other situations, like myself, my career in the league, I was more of a role player and doing certain things, and now being able to show a different side than a lot of people are used to seeing. So that for me is really exciting.
So you're excited to show people you can get buckets.
Absolutely. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of the bigger things, man, because in that league, in order to be, you know, successful, to be a part of a successful team, you gotta be able to do both. And I've had the I'm more known as a defender, a rebounder, energy guy when I was in the league, but now it's like I'm able to showcase a whole different side. So I'm excited about that.
Now, Steven Jackson tore his patellar tendon, slight tear, and now I see on Instagram he's talking about, fuck it, I'm about to just play through it. Is that safe?
You know, because when you think about that, you think about the stuff that happened with KD, Clay, the list goes on and on and on. And I feel like we all as athletes have been in that position. You know what I'm saying? Your significant other can contest to that. You know, we all just grinding and doing what we do, and you just play through it. You know, you just sometimes even when your body don't feel like it, you just try to push through because you feel like you've been doing it for so long. That's something you can do.
It's definitely not the smart thing to do.
No,
I think that a part of it, the reason he feel like he could do it is because it's low key, just half court. He probably thinks like he's not gonna push himself. Like he probably thinking to go out there and just shoot set shots. But just like KD, you want to start finessing and flexing and forget that
somebody get like 3 straight buckets on him. It's probably gonna kick in.
That's what I'm telling you. But you got to remember this too. Even though it is half court, when you get to make a move, because when you look at KD, right, he was in the half court. Now, mind you, he done played almost a whole quarter, and then when he went to go, I think pump fake drive. You know what I'm saying? So it's just you don't necessarily think about those things like that. You just once you out there and your body's moving, you just feel like you can play the game how you normally play it.
Now, in the Big Three, you know, you guys, there's only 12 teams. They moved up from 8. Is there any team that you're excited to play against? Like, is there any old beef with anybody that you need to, you know, work out? Like, anybody you looking forward to elbowing or fouling hard? Like, please give me the tea, my nigga. Move your hand is over the camera, too, a little bit. Slide your hand over.
My bad.
Is it anybody you looking forward to seeing?
I think for me, every game.
Oh,
because I just got a chip on my shoulder. You know, I'm my whole career I've been a part of winning teams, and I know last year for us, we had a letdown. You know, due to all the things we were dealing with, and came up short. So I want to compete for a championship. You know, and I feel like our guys are in that same position and mindset where we want to compete. You know, the goal is to get to LA. And not only get to LA, but shit to win it. So I think every game is like that for myself. You know, it's just a pride thing.
So you have you have Steven Jackson, you have Frank Nitti, Dante Green, CJ Watson, Eddie Curry on your team. Which one of those guys would you say like you're most excited to play with, or you think you're gonna have fun with? like who you like, yo, I'm so hyped that this dude's on our team.
To be honest, I ain't been teammates with none of them.
Right.
And other than Stack Jack, and I've known Eddie for like since high school. Like we was going to camps and shit early. So I think I guess the guy for me would probably be Frank, because I don't really know him that well other than, you know, what he's done, you know, for like the Drew League and stuff like that. Like, bro can hoop. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I just think for me, man, just seeing him in action live, you know, like for the first time on Sunday was dope to see, because I didn't see him in the combine. Like I know he was there, and I heard he did his thing, but I didn't get a chance to like watch him because I was competing and playing myself. So I just think it's just exciting to see him do his thing. You know what I'm saying?
Last year we saw some arguments and some arguing and bickering between Oakley and Stack Jack. Do you ever get involved in that? Like that shit gets intense. Like I be thinking they're gonna fight each other sometimes, knowing they're not. But do you ever have moments where you like, man, y'all gotta chill the fuck out? Like, does it ever get too intense?
I look at Oak as like that uncle. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta let Oak do his thing and just get out the way. I don't take none of that shit personal. Like, it just be funny as hell though, because sometimes like last year we had a situation with Ryan Hollins, and he kind of set himself up to just be totally disrespected by Oak. So I think Ryan was mad because he had like he did a pick and roll, got an offensive foul.
Your camera jumping a lot, Josh. You gonna give somebody seasick.
He got an offensive foul. He turned the ball over, like missed the layup, then got another offensive foul. It was like a bad series of plays in like a minute and a half stretch.
Mm-hmm.
And Oak took him out, and he was like, "What the fuck you take me out for?" He was like, "Cause you playing like a bitch." I said, "Oh shit!" Like, so you just kind of you gotta watch that shit unfold. And he set himself up for that.
This is what I like about the Big Three. Like y'all could smoke weed legally, like nobody's getting tested. Your coach can flat out tell you playing like a hoe ass bitch.
God damn.
Like it's legal. Why you think they won't give me a job reporting in this league? This is where I belong.
Oh no, they're gonna give you one. Just talk to Clyde. They should definitely get you on deck.
Yes.
I'm saying that right here and there. Make sure you run this clip.
Yes.
At them. You know what I'm saying? They got to get you on.
It'll
be perfect. It'll definitely be perfect for you.
Now, I got to ask you this. Is there any players that you can think of? Because the ball hogs are actually, they have hit the siren. They need help. They out searching for bodies everywhere. Is there a player that's not playing right now that you think should be in the Big Three that people should know about?
I know, man. When we did the combine, because my team we went like 5-2 or something like that. We went like 6-2 or whatever. But I know Josh Shelby did his thing. I'm a root for some of the guys that's here in Atlanta. Solomon Jones, Jamario Davis. There were some guys who did their thing. You know what I'm saying? So I know for myself, just staying ready because there are injuries and other things going on. So I'm sure them guys will get a call for sure.
Okay. Now I got to switch gears with you. I got to ask you this because I haven't been able to ask anyone this question. I hope you give me some tea. You had 2 back-to-back chips with the Lakers. Give me a Mamba story. Give me something that you experienced, that you witnessed with Kobe. Like, give my listeners something. Is there anything funny or anything crazy that you experienced on the Lakers with him?
With him, man, everything you heard is true because whatever bro do, he gonna move in silence. You know what I'm saying? So I can't speak on nothing overly crazy. I have
nothing in practice where he was talking shit, where he told somebody he's gonna bust their ass, like nothing.
I mean, it's plenty of those. It's plenty of those stories. I remember my first. I'll give you one between me and him. You know what I'm saying? Where I think I caught his attention because when I first signed with LA, I signed a 2-year partial. So it was still like a make good situation. They had just let Ronnie Terry-off go. And he was coming off a screen and I was going to set the screen on him. So I fired his ass up pretty good. And he was like, all right, motherfucker, like, why do that shit again? Watch what happens. So I ain't say shit. I was like, cool, bet, come back off. So it was something that happened. And he shot me like a little elbow, like during the play where he kind of did some shit. But he came back off because I told him, I said, man, bring his ass off this screen again. And I fired his ass up again. and he stopped play. And he said, I like that shit, motherfucker. Yeah, keep that shit going.
Because you didn't back down.
Nah, because and a lot of that shit just really be coming from like he gonna try you to see where you at. You know what I'm saying? And if he know he can rock with you, he gonna fuck with you. And I think that's the reason why we had the relationship that we had, because it was really a respect thing. Man, I go hard. You know what I'm saying? And I think that he really just respected my work ethic and just how I carry myself.
Okay, now there's a lot of debate on this, and I'm getting your opinion because you played with the Mamba. If you were starting an expansion team in the NBA and you had to pick between Kobe and LeBron, who would you pick to start your team?
Damn.
Oh. Hey, you know what? Let me say this, man.
Great question.
I want to salute you because I've been asked a lot of shit and I talk my shit like no other. And nobody's ever asked me that first and foremost, but that's a great fucking question.
Yeah. Who would you pick? Come on, give me some.
See, I had number 8. I mean, I had number 24, who was different than number 8.
Okay.
First and foremost.
Okay.
So I'm still gonna ride with Kobe. I'm still gonna ride with Kobe.
It sounds like you ain't sure, but it's cool.
No, man. I mean,
what's your reason?
What's my reason?
Yeah.
Because he was still a savage, but he got us involved.
Okay.
You gotta think number 8 wasn't really on there. It was like he gonna do that shit on his own. Like even though he had Shaq, but he gonna do that shit on his own. You know what I'm saying? And with us, he had to lead in a whole different way.
Because he was
that was the thing that was different, because you hear all the stories of how he was when he was younger, and obviously some of the guys I had played with him when he was younger, and he was that Kobe. So when they lost to Boston, and I believe during that final series, he tried to do it on his own. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like that same mentality. And he figured out a way to balance that shit when we won those back-to-back championships.
Brent, who would you pick?
LeBron. As my first player on the team, I'll pick LeBron.
And why?
Just all around, does everything, can score, can facilitate, can shoot three. He has the whole package. Are you going to be?
He can do it all.
Yeah, so that's pretty much why I'm taking LeBron. And he seems like his teammates seem like, I'm not on the inside. I don't know as much as you would know, but it seems like his teammates have more fun. Like they get along well. It seems like a cooler environment, like for success.
That's fair. I know that the two. So Kobe won 5 out of 7 compared to 3 out of 9. And I know those 2 years I was when we had those teams in LA, I know that it may not have looked like it, but we definitely had a great time.
You see, that's cool to know. I
brought Kobe to my high school. You know what I'm saying? Like he looked out for me and showed love to my high school. And then we went to the Waffle House. You know what I'm saying? Like I had him up, like it's the shit that he don't do. You feel me? And I can say that
cool.
I brought
that's cool to hear.
House.
That's cool to hear, because you think of Kobe, you don't see it, and that's part of just like I'm essentially a fan when it comes to NBA, and the LeBron teams, you see them doing dances, you see like the infamous Miami Heat, the cool video they did, like they did a lot of cool stuff. You don't see that with the Kobe teams. You don't see fun. They portray him as such business-like. Everything is serious. He'll snap on anybody at any given moment. So it's just, that's the vibe I get. And that's all.
He definitely is he's one of the pettiest. Listen, man, do you remember? Let me ask y'all this. Do y'all remember the photo shoot that he did?
The white outfits on?
Yes.
Yes.
When I got hold of those pictures,
you flame broiled him, please.
As you should have.
I came to shoot around the next day, 2 hours early before he got there. I blew them shits up.
As you should have. This is great.
And when
he blew him up.
He came in that bit, he was so tight.
As you should have. Oh my God. I wish somebody would have did this on the team I was on.
Hey, man. But you know what though? Even though he was pissed about it, he couldn't do nothing but laugh. He was like, JP, you got me on that.
Got me.
And we just talked shit about it, man, because you would think like those little moments, he'll be like, who the fuck did, like on some shit like that. But he took it like a champ, and he's had times where he done came back with some jokes and some pettiness.
That's cool.
When it came to other people. So
that's cool.
I wish people could really, like you said, see more of that side with him.
Yeah.
But they didn't, you know what I'm saying? Like for example, like people know me, I love to dance, have a good time. So even though you may not see him doing it, but he'd be like, JP, I need you to hit that shit for me. And then I get to cranking in, he'd be like, yeah, we ready to go now. So it's like a lot of times people don't, like you said, they don't get to see that side, but we had a good time. That's
cool. This is great.
That's all that matters. And it was good to hear, because I do hear all the bad things about Kobe. Like it's a lot of, the negative stories. Next week, you guys have Three's Company. They look like a shell of themselves this week. looks like you guys should take a 2-0 early win, possibly. Boom is still out. What are you looking forward to next week? You got Drew Gooden, little battle with Drew Gooden going on. Anything in the past?
I mean, we got to respect them because shit. I mean, they made it to that chip last year.
They definitely did.
Yeah, and they got pieces, man. If they get going, that's the thing. So it's just really trying to keep those pieces like Andre Emmett, keep his clip down. They got DeMar, they got Jason Maxill,
Dante Jones.
Drew. Yeah, I mean they got a clip. So it's just, man, with all the different teams, it's like you still got to be ready night after night because of what they bring to the table. So it's gonna be fun, man. Of course, the physicality is gonna be there. It's just gonna be real competitive. You know what I mean? Look forward to it.
Well, good luck next week. I won't be there.
Y'all make sure y'all go to a game.
Yo, I'm going to a lot of games.
Our plan, I'm talking about both of y'all. I'm planning to see y'all both when we come because the championship
is in LA.
Uh-huh. So
you might not see him. He might be playing football by then. That's during football season.
we gonna plant that seed, big dog. We're gonna throw that on out there. Manifest that. You know what I'm saying? But if not, bro, hopefully you'll be able to. I'm gonna be on it.
I'm on the big 3 this season. I'm gonna be a big time watcher. I probably
he got no choice. I've been watching since it started, and now he ain't got no choice. Now he got no choice but to watch. At least watch.
Y'all gotta fuck with it, man. It's dope.
It is.
It's dope. Man. It's real competitive.
I asked him last year if we could buy a team, and he was like, "Oh, I'm not sure." Now I'm like, "See, we should have got our own team. I would have coached."
They're expanding again.
Oh, I know, and I told him I was like,
"That's what he said on at the draft this past draft."
They're bringing the Big 3 to China. I heard also.
Yeah, working on they got that in the works, but then I also heard it maybe Dubai and somewhere else.
It's lit.
Dope.
It's lit. But thank you for joining us. Thank you for giving me a little bit of your time. I know you're working out. You got shit going on, but I appreciate you. I won't be in Charlotte this weekend. I will be in Birmingham and Atlanta, though. So I'll see you in one of those 2 cities.
A-Town, stay down. You did.
You did.
Hey, where I can sign up, man. I'm trying to sit on the other side. Right
you got to come to LA. Championship. You get to the chip, you go sit right here. Your seat going to be right over here on this side.
Say less, man. Y'all keep room for your boy.
All right. Big talk. Peace. That was Josh Powell of the Killer Threes. I want to thank him for joining us. I want to thank you, baby daddy, for joining me too. Thank you guys, my listeners. I got so much positive feedback from you guys saying that you love the video component. That is Network Studios. Shout them out. And we're going to end the podcast with performance by Lizzo from the B.E.T. Awards. And I'll see y'all next week. Peace.